This is what I've been waiting for. I'd like to introduce the Man of Steel, my new Hummer EV. Yes, I've been gone a while from my channel and I have videos to edit, but this is what I've been working for. This is something I've always wanted. Once they said that the EV was coming out, I thought, no way. And I had an opportunity to get one. And now I have it, and it is so freaking amazing. The paint is a Neptune matte blue. Such a cool color. Also got beadlock wheels. They're all black. Truck's a bit dusty because I'm taking it off-road. Definitely got some dust on it already. I can tell you this. I've never felt something accelerate so fast and be so under control on gravel. It feels like you're driving a Corvette off-road. That's the only way I can really describe it. Like the traction control is so good in this truck that when it starts to spin a tire, it corrects it, and it's smart. Like, it's very smart. So they've done a really good job. This truck is designed to go off-road. Little steep climb. I had some loose rock there. I had to put the locker on to get up there, but not too bad. Once I had traction, it pulled right up. And don't worry, I didn't get rid of my H2. It's still here. It's still going to go out in adventures. The H2 is going to be my quote-unquote trail truck. Like, it's going to be more of the crazy off-road stuff that I love to do. This truck is, I'm going to call it my overlanding rig. It will go off-road. Trust me. I'm going to push it to its limits. It's going to go off-road. I'm just not going to go in a whole bunch of brushed up trails. So, like, I do want to take care of the paint on this one because it is so awesome looking. But that being said, I will definitely be taking it off-road. The whole entire truck is wrapped in paint protection film. IQ Film and Vernon did that for me, and they did a great job on it. Hopefully that keeps the paint looking nice. Matte paint is very different than your normal paint. If you get a scratch in matte paint, guess what? You can't fix it. You can't polish it. So the best thing you can do is put paint protection film on it. So that's what I did. It's a matte clear paint protection film. So hopefully that will save the paint, keep it looking good for years. So the Hummer EV has an air down function on the dash, so it'll actually let you know what tire pressure you set as it goes down. And let me check it out here. Let's see. So I believe it's this button. Yes, air down mode. Now we have it in KPA, which I don't understand. So let me change it to US. Okay, so there we go. We're at 45. So I think I want to drop it down to, I don't really know. Oh, okay. I don't really know yet, but I'm going to go 23 for right now. We'll do that. Okay. So set target pressure for all 4 tires. Then you hit start, deflate each tire. Horn will honk as each pressure is achieved. I'm going to try out these new tire deflators I got. They can set them to a pressure, and then it should honk when it deflates. Decided to change up the tire pressure. 23, actually we're at like 30 right now, so 30 looks pretty good to me. Let me show you what I'm talking about. So if you look at the tire, look at the bottom, you see the bulge. There's the tires, letting me know the tire's down. I'm gonna have to play around with it. I don't quite know. This truck's a lot heavier than my other truck. My other truck I normally ran down on the main roads like 15 to 18, and then and the really hard stuff's lower than that. This truck's a lot heavier, so the pressure's going to be a lot different. I only aired down to 30 psi because it had a decent bulge in the side of the tires. That's what you want. You want to get that little bit of squish out of the tire. I'll have to play around with it more, and it definitely, as soon as it gets to the lower pressures, it honks a horn, lets you know that it's going down, and it's kind of cool to be able to see it on the dash here. So there's your tire pressures, all four corners. It updates pretty fast. When it's updating, it has a little circle that goes around, and then it tells you it's updated. So yeah, that's a pretty cool feature of this truck. They really thought out a lot of stuff. This truck is built for off-road, just like the H2 was, just like the H1 was, the H3, all of them, all the Hummer brand. They're all made to go off-road, and it's cool to see that they put features in here that a lot of guys that go off-road like me are going to use. So that's pretty awesome. My most favorite part about this truck is how tight it turns. It turns on a dime. My battery in my drone died. I was going to get an overhead shot, but I'll have to get it another time. Definitely will have more opportunities to get this shot, but this is freaking amazing. All right. So this road here is a really sharp, almost 90-degree turn. Like I said, I don't think you can see it from in here, but man, it turns on a dime. So in my H2, that would be a really hard turn. I'd have to take it out of 4-low lock or 4-high lock and be able to have the tighter turning radius, and it would barely make that. This thing made it with ease. Like it didn't even phase it. That is, performance-wise, that's amazing. I mean, if you're an off-road guy like me, that is just absolutely amazing to have. So that's one of the cool features I really love about this truck. Yes, I'm wearing a Superman shirt. Yes, my truck's name is the Man of Steel, and that's because GM calls this a super truck, and it definitely is a super truck. This one pedal driving experience, it's like nothing else. Like, man, it's so cool. Like, you're not using the brakes, you're just using one pedal. It's using the regen to slow the truck down, and then you don't have 4-low. So it's so cool that you don't have to shift it into 4-low, because obviously it doesn't have a transfer case. That's the beauty of having an electric vehicle. It's got the motors to slow you down. But it's like, you know, when you're riding with the truck, especially with my H2, I'm in 4-low. Sometimes I'm rolling faster in 4-low in first gear than Jeeps. And sometimes Jeeps are slower, like you get with different trucks. And everybody's kind of going at different speeds. So you're on the brake more, and you don't want to heat up your brakes, right? So this thing, it drives just as beautifully uphill as it does downhill. Like the regen is absolutely amazing. That was one of the things that I was really curious about, and man, it works really well. I don't know many people that have actually like portrayed that in their videos, but like it is awesome. Like I was skeptical of it first, but the experience of it is just something you have to drive to feel it. It's just no shifting, no, you know, nothing like that, especially going up hills. And like, if you're going uphill, you don't have to shift into 4-low. And then the other thing is, you got to worry about slowing down. Slow down a little bit, you just give it more throttle, and it just takes off. It's got so much torque. The torque is unbelievable. It's like torque on demand. That is great for off-roading. Man, I am going to have so much fun with this truck. My plan is I'm going to compare this thing in every single way that I possibly can to my H2. Yes, I know it's kind of apples to oranges, but in my mind, I feel like that's the closest truck to the Hummer EV. The size-wise, weight, the Hummer EV is a little bit heavier. Width-wise, I mean, everything is really, really close to what the H2 is. I would not compare this to an H1. H1's a whole different beast. I really think the H2 is the one that you could really compare it to. Nobody out there's kind of really, I mean, there's been a few, but nobody's really compared it like I'm going to do. So that's going to be interesting. So that'll be a good video series I'm going to have coming up. And yeah, I'm going to drive this thing off-road and see what it does. So far, I am so impressed with it. All right, that's my new truck, my new Hummer EV Omega Edition Neptune Matte Blue. It is an awesome truck. Absolutely fun to drive. It's got front and rear lockers. So there's 2 motors in the rear and there's 1 motor in the front. So the front motor is actually an E-locker, and then the rear motors are actually phased together to where they turn the same rate. I haven't really played with the lockers yet. I'm sure soon on my adventures we'll get to play with them. Yeah, it's got no rear sway bar, which is crazy, but they tune the suspension the way it handles really well. Like, you know, a lot of trucks you get the head shake. You don't get a lot of head shake in this. It handles the bumps pretty well. You put it in off-road mode, it rides really nice. I switched between the raised height and normal height. I couldn't honestly tell that much difference in ride. Maybe the raised height, maybe a little bit better, but it's hard to tell. But just you get that more height, right? So, yeah, the truck's been great. I've been driving it a couple weeks, so yeah, it's just been absolutely awesome. This is a dream truck of mine. You guessed it. This is why I started my YouTube channel, was to buy a truck like this or get a truck like this somehow. And I've got the opportunity, and this is absolutely amazing. And I can't wait to the adventures that I'm going to take this truck on. And yeah, the future's going to be awesome. Thanks for watching. Oh, don't forget to hit that like and subscribe. Thank you.